Welcome to Codex History of Video Games. I'm Mike Coletta.
And I'm Tyler Osby.
And today we're doing a mailbag.
Mailbag. We don't
We
have a sound drop for that, but maybe we should.
We should. We probably should.
Monster kill.
Ooh, that was really good. I really enjoyed that. Well, do you want to read? You just want to just light this candle?
Just get right into it? Just start reading some emails?
Unless you want to catch up, how was your day? Was it good so far?
It was pretty good. I walked to Kentucky Fried Chicken, and I ate a chicken sandwich.
Nice.
And that's why I was late to recording here, because it took them longer to make that sandwich than I had
Well, and
estimated.
you're having refrigerator troubles.
I am having refrigerator troubles. That's true. My refrigerator is not running, and therefore I cannot go catch it. I have to buy a new fridge.
Frodex History of Refrigerators.
Yep.
That's what we should do.
Yep.
From now on.
How are you,
I'm
Mike?
into it. I'm good. I had a leftover sandwich and I feel pretty alive right now. But I also just kind of sleepy.
Yeah.
I'm having a sleepy day.
Yeah.
But we'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to read these emails though, because we got some good stuff today.
Yeah.
The first one has a mention to a game I hadn't heard in a long time.
Ooh,
Long
all
time.
right. It's from your boy
you wanna dive
McBreezy
in?
here. Yeah. So the subject is Japanese role-playing game. Sup, dudes? You know who it is, and you know who I belong to. It's you. And today I am writing about JRPGs. Dang, I got something in my throat today. I've been playing Final Fantasy 16 because it finally released on Xbox, and I am trying to beat it before Final Fantasy 7 Remake Retrograde Revolutionary Redo, because Nomura, comes this winter sometime. I recently upgraded to the iPhone 16 literally days before they announced the 17, and since I have the Pro now, I opted to get Apple Arcade and saw that the 3D remake of Final Fantasy 4 was on there, and I decided to dive in, and I'm having a great time. It's definitely been a 3-month free trial well spent.
Dude, Apple Arcade and Final Fantasy mentioned in the same email. Is this a Tyler coded email?
I know.
I think it is.
Apple Arcade, I think, is slept on a little bit. It's not very expensive, and there's a lot of good games on there. And they, crucially, have the rule of no microtransactions in games that are on Apple Arcade. So if you're paying for Apple Arcade, you're not getting nickel and dimed on the other side. You're just
getting a real games.
Yeah. Not a sponsored segment, but could be. Reach out, Apple. Tim Apple.
John
Please
Apple.
give us a call.
Tim Apple.
Tim Apple.
Is it
give us
Tim
a
or
call.
John? It's Tim Apple.
It's Tim Apple, yeah. Anyway, McBreezy goes on to say, have either of you played the Golden Sun games on Game Boy Advance? I had beaten both Golden Sun and its sequel, The Lost Age, when I was in middle school, but I had not meaningfully revisited them and just recently jumped back in on the first, and I'm having a good time. With the Advance Wars games getting a Switch remaster, I'm hoping Nintendo will take notice and try to do something with some of these other franchises that exist only on old hardware. Are there any games you guys can think of that you would like to see receive this treatment? First thing that pops into my head is how well Super Mario RPG was received when it was released on the Switch. And that is a game that I felt people knew about, but people didn't know about. Like a really popular indie band, like the Postal Service, which I am a big fan of.
I'm a big fan of the Postal Service also.
I went to go see them twice when they were in Los Angeles for the 20-year anniversary of both Give Up and then also the Death Cab for Cutie album Transatlanticism. Saw them play both of those albums because they're both Ben Gibbard. Anyway, that was a great show.
Right.
I saw it twice. Show so nice, saw it twice. Do you want to talk
Golden
about
Sun.
Golden Sun real quick though? Because you said you played it.
Yeah, this is one of the few JRPGs I played, and I didn't know anything about it, and I got it for Game Boy Advance, and I loved it as a kid. Now, did I beat it? Honestly, cannot remember. I have no idea. This is I don't even know if I have my copy still of it. I probably don't, which is unfortunate. I don't know where all my Game Boy Advance games went, now that I think about it. I have no clue where they all disappeared to.
Maybe they're just in a box in a storage closet somewhere.
I mean, that would be awesome if they were, but I'm not sure. So the game's really great, though. I actually recently picked it up again on my Mii Mini, and I played it on a flight probably 6 months ago. But I didn't touch it except for playing it on that particular flight. So I played the introduction for an hour, and I have not touched it since. But I do think it deserves a full remake. It was fun. It was really cool. It's just a solid JRPG, and it was a good time on Game Boy Advanced. And I feel like in today's market where portability is kind of coming back, especially with the Switch and all these pocket PCs you see, it's never been a better time, Nintendo. You can do it.
We want Golden Sun. Bring back Golden Sun.
What other games would need the remake treatment?
I will agree with McBreezy on the Super Mario RPG being well received as a remake. That was a really, really well done remake. And I think the Paper Mario Thousand Year Door is pretty well received as well. But I think it had That one had a few like changes to the GameCube version that I think people didn't love. I think it runs at 30 frames per second, I think, which the original GameCube version actually ran at 60, so it's like kind of a downgrade in that sense. But I think people liked it overall anyway. And it's a JRPG. It's not like your frames per second is a big part of the game.
I'm trying to think of like, could they remake Super Mario Land into a collection on Switch? I think it'd be like a remaster though, because you would want to like re-up it for modern hardware, because it was just black and white. It was just Nintendo. I mean, it was just Game Boy, so there's no color to it, right?
Yeah, I think what I would do if I wanted to bring back Super Mario Land, what I would do is make them like DLC for something like Super Mario Wonder, and just like recreate all of those levels, but in Super Mario Wonder. That's
smart.
Probably how I do that, because I think those levels aren't that complex. There's not a whole lot going on in them, especially that original Game Boy game. Like Super Mario Land 2 has more going on, but memory. Yeah, but like that's probably, you get a good group of people who know how to use whatever tools they use to build levels in Super Mario Wonder, and say, make this Game Boy game in Super Mario Wonder. I mean, you could probably bang that out in a month.
Mm-hmm.
Says the person
I was thinking giving it
doesn't know anything, but
I was hoping they would give it the Link's Awakening treatment.
Ooh.
Give it some sort of new look.
Yeah.
Like that plasticky look could kind of work well for Mario Land, because the Mario Land was about like, it had like a lot of little toy enemies, it seemed like wind up things.
Oh yeah,
so
that's true.
Seems like it would kind of make sense. But that's my vote. Obviously, I vote Snowboard Kids 1 and 2, but no one cares about that except for me. So
yeah, I love Snowboard Kids.
Thank you. Snowboard Kids. That music slaps, by the way.
That's
absolutely
true. It
hits hard. I might play that more today. Oh man, that's good. Sorry, you can continue reading his email. I just got really excited about.
There's more in this email. So lastly, I have a fun factoid for you. It is a common misconception that the J in JRPG stands for Japanese. It factually stands for John, the most common name in the English-speaking world. This is because Johns are generally all the same guy, and they all have the same name. So like turn-based mechanics, exposition, and 150 hours of gameplay, no matter which JRPG you're approaching, you know that, like John, it's always going to have something in common with other John RPGs. Also, the first RPG was developed by a guy named John. He was an account clerk at a mid-sized regional microchip supplier in the 1970s, and in his JRPG, he had a codpiece that looked like a dragon. So give it up for John, the creator of JRPGs. No Johns, no Persona, no Final Fantasy, no Dragon Quest. We all owe Johns everywhere a debt of gratitude. Remember that I made none of this up, and it can be verified via a quick search using Microsoft's Bing search engine, not Google. Google lies. Looking forward to the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed your time off, because it ruined my summer. McBreezy. Aw. Dang, dude. Sorry about that.
I love that, though.
I can vouch for the J standing for John, though. That's actually true. We've talked about this a lot on this podcast before, usually saying Japanese RPGs, but he's right. It's John RPGs.
It's John RPGs, fully.
Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
Honestly, we hit a certain point in the middle of that where I couldn't tell if he was joking or not. Where like my gullibility is like, that sounds like it's written pretty well. It might be true.
Yeah,
be real.
There's a lot of detail in this explanation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He has the detail of a dragon cod piece in there. I'm sold.
You can't make that up.
You can't make that up. All right. The next email, it just says subject is mailbox. Hey, Jack here. It's been a long time, like 2 years. You guys are still putting out great content, and I've gotten into music a lot all this time. One of the main reasons I got into music was because your guys' sick theme song and video game soundtracks are awesome. Like both Red Dead Redemption soundtracks got some phenomenal guitar tone, just like Clint Eastwood movies. Also, have you heard of Fretless? It's by far my favorite musician. He plays nearly every instrument. His name is Rob Scallion. Fretless is an open-world RPG that's based on rhythm. It's kind of like Guitar Hero or Rock Band mixed with Pokemon and Scott Pilgrim. Spider Butts, Jack.
I have heard of Fretless.
Yeah, I looked at this Fretless.
It looks awesome.
It looks so cool. How have I never heard of this before? It came out in July of 2025 this year. So
yeah.
Had you heard of it before this?
Yes, I had. Somebody had shared it in a channel at work, was like, this is a very cool, like, little indie RPG game. So I threw it on my wish list and promptly forgot about it until right now when we were reading this email. It does look really fun, though. And it's like $15, too. Probably should just pick it up.
Oh, yeah.
And it's got a demo.
Yeah,
you could just play the demo and see if you like it.
Yeah, our theme song, by the way, our sick theme song, is by RoccoW. That's the name of the person that wrote it and plays it. Now, I just found it on like a free site. I just look around free sites for free use because I needed a soundtrack, and I found their Bandcamp, and yeah. So if you're interested, that's what their Bandcamp is, or just if you have. I feel like you don't hear about Bandcamp that often anymore.
No, not really.
Yeah, but that's how old that was when I found that. So, yeah, RoccoW is who makes our theme song. I'm not going to say the title of it because I feel uncomfortable saying it. Do you want to read the next one?
Sure. The subject is greetings. Salutations, my good chums. Let me just say that I've been binging your podcast at work and on my commutes. I am currently on episode 122 titled Console Wars, Then and Now. I really enjoy the friendly conversation between the two of you, and I love the jokes and off-topic stuff. I've given you 5 stars on Spotify, and I definitely want to join the Discord. Everything I know is from 2020, I believe. So honestly, I'm not sure if the Discord is still a thing or not. It definitely
it's still
is.
a thing.
But I also give a nod of admiration when I noticed you are still making episodes. Rock on, Tyler and Mike. I do have a question as well. If you have done it already, please disregard. But I'd love to hear an episode about Ultima Online. That game was awesome and groundbreaking in many ways. But then there's also the whole EA thing where they buy up a development company and then ruin the franchise. Yeah, EA's classic. Really good at doing that. I own Destiny 2, but I haven't played it much, though I did play Destiny a lot back on the PlayStation 3. I game primarily on PC via Steam, but also PlayStation and Android. There are so many topics I'd love to ask about, but this will go on far longer than I'd like. Okay, bye. That's Chris.
It's a great ending. Okay, bye. Honestly, the Ultima Online, I've wanted to talk about that for a while. I think we kind of touched on it a little bit when we talked to Matthew, because we covered like MMORPGs, and I think we briefly mentioned Ultima Online.
Yeah.
But we haven't done like an episode on it. So that would be a good idea. Also, we'd probably want to get Matthew back on here. For
Yeah,
that
that's a good one to
like,
bring an expert on for, because like so much of MMOs are like how they felt back in their prime. And like, even if you can technically boot Ultima Online up today, even if it's the exact same game as it was back then, you know, they haven't changed anything. Like, it's just a different time. It's a different feel, you know?
For sure. It's definitely a whole, like back, yeah, this, the getting that feeling back, that nostalgic feeling is different. It's why I love Snowboard Kids. Second Snowboard Kids mention. I got to do one more. 2,
Yeah.
3.
Yep.
Okay.
Got to get the
Here we
rule
go.
of threes with the Snowboard Kids mentions. You did end up getting a copy of Snowboard Kids 2, right?
Oh, I did. It's back there. It's in the N64. Its permanent place is sitting in the N64.
Ah, you super glued it in?
Intentionally. I super glued it in, and I just ruined. I actually super glued the whole thing. I ruined the whole console. I filled it full of super glue.
Well, you don't ever have to blow out the cartridge if it's
Yeah, that's
super
right.
glued in.
If it's glued in, everything's fine. Yeah, that's the way you get around that.
Yep.
No, yeah, I did end up getting Snowboard Kids too, and I paid way too much money for it, and I don't want to talk about it. Okay, so the next email subject is Metal Gear Rising. And this is something, I got something wrong, is what I'm going to preface this with. But hey guys, I'm going to start by saying I love the podcast. Very entertaining. I have a statement, not a question, for Mike. Mike, I remember recently when you played through the Metal Gear Solid games, you mentioned that you weren't going to play Metal Gear Rising Revengeance because of it being Souls-like. But I can say that it is nothing like Dark Souls. I think Ninja Gaiden meets Devil May Cry. It's fast-paced, stylish, and a whole lot of fun. And this is coming from somebody who hates Dark Souls. My only complaint with it, which might be a plus for you, is that it's too short. According to How Long to Beat, the main story can be finished in 7 hours, and it has tons of replay value. I highly recommend it. Keep up the good work. Many spider butts, Chris. Honestly, now I would be willing to give it a shot. Now that I know it's not a Souls-like.
Yeah, I thought it
And
was.
it's not because
but
I hate
guess not.
Souls-likes, but I just don't want to commit. Like, for example, still haven't touched Hollow Knight ever since I beat the Act 2 boss and didn't get the Act 3. I haven't touched it since then. But yeah, it's just games that are long, I'm having a hard time, honestly.
Yeah.
Having a real hard time. So maybe I should give this a shot. Maybe Tyler needs to be with me because this is a game thing we played together.
That's true, and I actually haven't played this game, so maybe this is maybe I'll watch
What
it
if
play.
they say nano machines during it?
Nano machines?
They probably nano machines. They probably do. Still looking into a Metal Gear Solid tattoo, by the way. Still looking into that.
Yeah.
Right?
What are you gonna get? You gonna get Otacon little speech bubble that says this is just like one of my Japanese animes?
I kind of just want to get nano machines across my chest. Nano machines. No, I think about getting a Metal Gear Rex, like little tiny Metal Gear Rex. a cutesy Metal Gear X. Is what I
Aw.
want. But yeah. Look at it. Yeah. So that's a really good little statement, though. Thank you, Chris, because I do want to play this now. Also, fun fact: Ninja Gaiden and Devil May Cry, two very large glaring holes in my video game library. Have you
Same.
ever played those?
No, I have not. Mostly
Ninja
because they've
Gaiden-
been described as extremely hard, and that is not a feature I look for in video games.
Yeah, especially now in our twilight years,
That's true. We're old now.
in our golden years,
In our
of video
in our
game
30s, we
play.
might as well call it here. Just
We're done.
lay
Put
down.
a fork in me. We're done. All right. Do you want to read the next email? That's thanks and questions from a new-ish listener.
Yeah. This is, hi, Mike and Tyler. Sam from Southern California here. Oh, I am also in Southern California. First off, thank you. I really enjoy your podcast. Your humor, stories, and insight make for an awesome listening experience. Oh, thanks. Because I'm in Southern California, I spend way too much time in my car, usually parked on the 405. Yes, I also have a parking pass to the 405 parking lot. But the bright side is I have plenty of time for codecs. I'm a curriculum designer and got back into gaming after a long drought through work of all things. Last year, we started leaning more heavily into building video game related courses, intro to game design being the first, and I took the lead. I'm having a blast getting back into gaming. In fact, I recently picked up a Switch 2 and I'm charging through Tears of the Kingdom. Question for you. Working in education, I am constantly thinking about how people learn. Video games seem to do an incredible job at efficiently teaching new skills. For example, I remember how quickly I learned how to play Halo as a kid as compared to how painful it was to learn how functions worked in algebra class. What do you think contributes to this effectiveness in teaching new skills? Thank you again. You guys rock. Spider Butts, Sam. There's a bonus question here too, but maybe we answer the first
Let's
question.
do the first one first.
Okay.
Because I feel like in video games, it's like learning by doing, which makes it a lot easier to catch on versus like I think a lot of modern like academia is learning by listening instead
Yeah.
of learning by doing. And it even like I think about going back to like my web boot camp course, like I learned so fast because I had like someone showing me, but then it was like on me to go do it. And that's where like beating my head against the wall and failing was what got me to learn it. And granted, I think video games you don't beat your head against the wall as much. It's a lot more intuitive, but also like tutorials are just designed really well in video games. Like they're just like most of them that are good are like really good. Think about like Mario, just like jump, run. That's all you gotta like go with. So
Yeah.
that's what I think anyway.
I think it comes down to, for at least in my mind, it kind of comes down to sort of building on what you were saying there of this like learning by listening. Like I can tell you and even show you how to do these math problems or whatever, but without a practical application for those things, it's just sort of theory that goes in one ear and out the other a lot of times. But if I present you with some sort of goal or like here's how to use this information that I've given you in a way that it is like valuable to you outside of just learning the thing, then I think you're much more likely to learn it. And video games kind of do that. When you gamify something, you sort of make the process of learning that thing you make it fun, and that's sort of a given, but you also make it, you also give yourself like practical applications for the thing that you're learning like immediately, right? The best tutorials in games are like the first level of Super Mario Brothers, right? There's no tutorial for Super Mario Brothers, but like from the very beginning, you have to run to the right of the screen. You can't go backwards. If you jump, what happens? What happens if your head hits the question mark block? What happens if you run into the Goomba? What happens if you jump on top of the Goomba, right? It doesn't take you very long to figure those things out. And that's just from how the first part of the level is built. And so if you structure education in a similar way, then I guess maybe you have a better time of teaching people stuff if you give them a practical use case for it immediately.
Are we gonna make an algebra video game?
Yeah, Math Blaster.
Math Blast. Oh man, we should talk about educational video games.
Yeah.
Have we done that yet?
I don't think we have.
Because like Math Blaster, Reader Rabbit, Oregon Trail. Gosh, there's memories there. Okay, beautiful memories.
Yeah, like Oregon Trail, you got to know how that stuff works, or you're not going to make it to the end. And you want to make it to the end.
You're gonna die.
Yeah.
In this educational video game, you and your entire family will die in this educational video game.
That's right. Yeah, we really did put kids in front of a computer and said your whole family has died.
Dysentery. How does that feel? Pretty bad, doesn't it, Timmy?
Yeah, yikes.
That's pretty terrible.
Yeah, what a terrible way to die. So here's the bonus question from Sam's email. Have you ever had to adopt a weird strategy in a game simply due to a lack of skill? Here's my example. As a 30-something coming back into gaming after a long hiatus, I'm still trying to get used to gyro aiming in first-person shooters. Cue meme of an angry old man yelling at clouds. I was really struggling with Cyberpunk 2077 for this reason, so I just decided to switch to using a shotgun/katana, the old blast and slash, and I'm enjoying it again.
I mean, dude, that's my entire experience in playing Call to Arms in Red Dead Redemption Online. Is us just trying to find cheesy spots where we funnel the guys so we don't have to like run around as much. Because like that's for me, it's like I can't track that much stuff. You know what I mean? Like I gotta like have it like we just need to find good camp spots, and it's all PVE, so it doesn't really matter. It's like
Yeah.
we're beating the computer. No one cares. But to make us survive to level 10 of the waves, it's like that's what we got to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I fully do that.
I do find it funny the way that humans will like we are so conditioned to like optimize things that we will take a game that is fun and optimize it so much that it becomes not fun.
Mm-hmm.
But you feel bad if you do something suboptimally just because it's more fun, because you're like, oh, but I should be grinding out these experience points and I should just be, doing it in a way that is like really efficient but boring. But the like less efficient, more fun way feels bad to do for some reason.
I think about our Destiny raiding times of trying to get Vex Mythoclast. How we do the Destiny raid, the Vault of Glass. I did it in Destiny 1 and in Destiny 2. We beat it. We learned how to do it. We felt good. But then in grinding to get the gun drop that we just could not get, it became so tedious and boring to beat the boss over and over and over again that it made me stop playing.
Yeah.
Because the
Still
drop
never got
just
it.
wouldn't come. Never got it. There was like there should have been some sort of guarantee at a certain point where if you've beaten him like 10 times, you're going to get it on the 10th time if you don't get it before.
Yeah.
That's how they should have done it. It's crazy to me that we never got it. And our friend got it on first try because of course he did.
Still mad about it. Still mad about that.
Still angry.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like a specific example of where like due to like I'm just not good at this game, I took up using a different strategy. In Final Fantasy Tactics, I dropped the difficulty down. I was like, this is really hard. And I put it down on
That's
the
a
easy
strat.
difficulty, and it's still hard. I'm still bad at Final Fantasy Tactics.
That's exactly what Wargroove was like. Beating Wargroove was like I had to lower the First of all, it defaulted to hard. I didn't notice that. And I was like, oh man. So I dropped it to like normal and it was way better. And then it got really hard again and I just dropped it to easy. I'm like, no shame. I have no qualms doing this. But
Yep.
I also think about party games when you change how you hold a controller to like do something.
Oh, like
to like move it back. Like if you want to like grab a control stick and like move it back and forth really fast or whatever, like tap a button like this or something, to make it go faster.
Yeah,
Like-
all those people that got blisters on their palms from Mario Party, winding up the... Yeah, I definitely did that. I didn't get the glove. They were sending out gloves for free because people were destroying their palms, but I definitely destroyed my palm on that game.
Yeah.
And probably
you
a controller, too.
We went on injured reserve
Yep.
for your Mario Party playing.
Yep.
I feel that.
That's right.
That's a good question, though. That's a really good question.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Sam. All right. Your next email subject is your favorite peripherals, also least favorite if you want. Hey, Mike and Tyler, it's been a while. I have been very busy, but anyway, like I said, what is your favorite peripheral? I have a very strong love and hate for the DDR cloth pad that came with the game. I had so much fun playing DDR1 summer up until about half of the pad would disappear beneath the couch. I would be dancing so hard to Butterfly or Speed Over Beethoven that the pad would be pushed under the couch. It would inevitably end up with me failing the song. My father also hated the pad because his wood shop was located in the basement, so to him it sounded like elephants smashing around upstairs. He would tell us we are knocking dust and stuff loose and it's hitting him and making him sneeze, which is not necessarily a good thing when working with a table and bandsaw. Anywho, I hope you guys are doing well. No game this time around. I'll have to get you next time. Much love and spider butts. Jordan from Pittsburgh. Oh man. So let's start with favorite peripheral. Probably should be going first, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, my favorite peripheral that I had growing up as a kid is my brother had the Logitech wheel and like pedals for racing games.
Mm-hmm.
So we played playing Gran Turismo 3 or Gran Turismo 2 was one thing. Playing Gran Turismo 2 and trying to pass the license testing with the wheel and the pedals, it makes it like a whole different game. And
Is it
it's
more
'cause you
fun
actually,
or is it?
I think it's more fun because you actually have to drive the car. You know what I mean? Like, and actually steer it. And it was like responsiveness to the wheel my brother bought and stuff too. It was so like childhood. I have fond memories of that. But like least favorite peripheral. Oh man,
I
I'm
gotta
trying to. It's
For least
you got,
favorite, I got to give it to literally any of the peripherals for the Wii that were just plastic, like ways to hold your
oh
Wii remote.
yeah,
They didn't do anything. It's just like, oh,
they're
this one's
just
shaped like a tennis racket. It's like, okay,
pieces of plastic that
yeah.
didn't do anything because the Wii mode itself is up there for me in like favorite.
Oh yeah, that
Probably
Wii mode
it was
itself
just
is
so
great.
intuitive.
Yeah, it's those silly peripherals that were just plastic and you just slide in. It's like, oh, now it's a tennis racket. Like, okay, well, you didn't really need that. It still functions
Yeah,
without that.
I am trying. I mean, I don't want to get all like picky on my controllers here, but I was not a fan of the sharp corners on the NES controller. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Like it's got a lot of nostalgia in my heart, don't get me wrong, and I will still play with one, but the more you think about it, the more you're like, this is jagged and pinching into me.
Yeah. Did you ever see the Dogbone NES controllers that
I think so. You showed it to us on an episode one time.
Yeah, 'cause Nintendo did like once they redesigned the NES to be like the top loader style that looks a little bit more Super Nintendo-y. They also redesigned the controller to have to be basically a NES controller in the same form factor as a Super Nintendo controller. Not very many of those are like around. I don't think they're a little bit harder to find, but I think they're pretty cool.
That is cool. That's a really
And it's
cool
like an
thing.
official NES controller as opposed to, because I'm sure there were plenty of like unauthorized knockoffs or whatever that were a little bit more comfortable. For me, favorite peripheral, honorable mention to the DDR cloth pad, but I got to give it to the Rock Band drum set.
Oh, I forgot about Rock Band entirely.
Yeah, I got to give it to the Rock Band drum set because I played drums before Rock Band came out. That's why I was so excited for it. But I definitely got a lot better at drums because of Rock Band, and so it more so than like the guitar peripheral, because like when you play guitar in Rock Band or Guitar Hero, like you're not learning guitar. But when you play drums in those games, like it's a simplified thing. Like you're not learning a full kit, obviously, but like you're building a lot of fundamental skills, especially with like limb separation and like keeping your feet separate if you're starting to play on expert mode and stuff. That's like you're like really playing the drums if you can do that stuff. So I really really love that peripheral. Yeah.
That's beautiful. I love that. I
Honorable.
always wanted to try that. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, say secondary honorable mention. There was a line of controllers back in the days of like the PS2 and Xbox and GameCube called Airflow controllers that had fans in them. They were like hollow and they had fans in them to keep your hands from getting sweaty. The controllers themselves were not very comfortable, not because of that feature. They were just like third party controllers back in those days. They were all just bad.
Cheap third party.
Yeah, it was like a cheap third party controller, but the fans inside keep your hands from getting sweaty. That was pretty cool.
They're called Airflows?
Yeah.
I wonder if I could find those still.
Yeah.
I hope so. That's beautiful.
Airflow controller.
How did you feel about the Duke?
Don't love it. My hands aren't big enough for it.
That's like, yeah, I remember being a kid and trying to play that and being like, that was rough, you know? It's a huge controller. I know a lot of people have nostalgia for it now, but I don't know. It didn't do it for me.
The S controller was superior in every way, in my opinion.
For sure. Well, that was a really good question. Jordan from Pittsburgh. Would you like to read the next one, Tyler? And keep in mind, there's a pretty controversial ending to this one. So just be wary.
Okay, we're getting controversial on this show. All right. Mm-hmm. Subject: I need help. Sad face. Sad face. Hey, Mike and Tyler, I am a new fan of the podcast, and I totally know you guys are tech experts, but I can't sign into my Microsoft account on Microsoft Nintendo Switch Edition, or Minecraft Nintendo Switch Edition, and I need help. But because you guys are probably not going to help me with something for Microsoft support as a new listener, I was wondering what the spider butts thing is. Also, is your guys' handheld things called Miu Minis, or Me? He spells them differently. He's trying to figure out the spelling here. Let me know. Thanks. The mysterious FBase25. And here's the controversial part. P.S. Waffles are better than pancakes.
Ooh, wow. There was emojis in this too that I took out of the email for our document, but just know that. I mean, Okay, I guess we should start with the real questions in the email, and we'll get to the controversial thing in the end. But it's spelled Miyoo Mini. That's how it's spelled, Miyu Mini. And you can find them all over the place. In fact, I would be careful because there's a lot of reseller websites that are like kind of sketchy. So
Mm-hmm.
I would just do your research and find ones that seem legit. But that's you can find those a lot of places. The spider butts thing started when Tyler made a joke.
I
It
made
was
a
Tyler's
joke.
joke. You made a joke. Your joke has lived on in almost every episode of Codex. In that you said about you were the one that said about having to collect a certain number of spider butts.
Oh, talking about like MMO quests where it's
MMO
like,
quests,
yeah.
yeah. That's and you said spider butts, and it just stuck, and that's something that everyone says spider butts, and they end emails with that way. So
All right. Well,
it's been that way.
I've
Yeah,
collected a lot of
that's
spider butts in World of Warcraft.
it's a Tyler Osby special. That's what that is. So, and then finally, the controversial opinion. I want to know your perspective before I share mine.
Uh, I think I do, generally speaking, like waffles better than pancakes.
Okay. 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 So, I've gone back and forth on this quite a bit. I'm
Oh.
looking into my camera because this is very important to me. Okay. I was a waffle person growing up entirely. I have gone back and forth multiple times, and I am currently in a pancake form, is where I'm at right now.
Oh, you go through different phases depending on where
But
you're at
here's
in your
the
life.
yeah, it also depends on the pancake though, because like so everyone's like, well, waffles are crispy. Yeah, they're crispy, but sometimes you get that perfectly well made pancake that is crispy on the outside and soft in the middle, like it's cooked properly,
Mm-hmm.
and that is
Yeah.
magnificent. So
Okay.
my answer to this is you can't choose. I don't think it's possible to choose. I think it's just too hard. For
And I
me.
don't want to live in a world where we have to choose.
That's right. That's right. So, I mean, this is probably our most controversial thing we've ever gotten on the podcast, hands down. Violence in video games? Nothing compared to pancakes or waffles. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Hey,
right.
but we got through it. We made it through it, and I'm really proud of you.
Oh, thank you. I'm proud of you too. This is beautiful.
Mike.
Okay, we got one more message left. This is from Discord. So our Discord, you can, as always, we always mention you can join us by going to codexpodcast.net, and then you can click on the link that never expires that gives you an invite to our Discord. Then you have to follow the rules and hit the checkbox that you agree to it, and then you can open up and see everything in there. So just throwing that out there. If you want to leave us a question in the mailbag channel, you're more than welcome to. This is from Girox, and it says, for next time. I hadn't previously been huge on cozy games, though Animal Crossing did give a nice outlet during the early COVID lockdown. The closest I otherwise got for that sort of low stakes and or methodical gameplay are Power Washer Simulator and Hard Space Shipbreaker, which I still play occasionally and recommend. The latter games are great to listen to a podcast and just disassociate a little with completionist tasks. I've heard really good things about Hard Space Shipbreaker.
I've never heard of
You
it.
played? It's like you literally you're breaking down ships like in the atmosphere, in orbit or on a planet. Like you're like a ship salvage company. It's
Oh.
kind of cool. That being said, my new job is kicking my spider butt, and and when I'm brain drained in the evening, I've gotten a lot of satisfaction out of Disney's Dreamlight Valley. I can play with my small kids who enjoy fishing with Goofy and cooking with Remy. My spooky 4-year-old wants to hang out with Jack Skellington and pick berries. I find myself still playing after they go to bed to knock out tasks and decorate the space. 2 questions. What other games, if any, do you enjoy that require little brain power when you want to play but don't have the spoons, the energy left for daily activities for those who have never heard that counseling analogy? Question mark.
I have heard
Okay,
that counseling analogy.
I have not. So if you don't have the spoons, is what they say. That's a fun thing to say. I like that. Oh man. So I have a set of games that I play, and I think I've mentioned this briefly, but the newest one just came out. I am obsessed with the Jurassic World Evolution games, the park builders. I find them very relaxing, and if I know it's like you have multiple task juggling at the same time, but it's like it's satisfying to do it that way. Like, so for example, today, like the problems you have are usually because you just forgot something. Like I was sitting there like, why does this park suck? Like why is this park not growing, and I forgot to build a hotel. There was nowhere for people to
That'll do
stay.
it.
And it's just like, oh, and I just hit the pause button on time, built a hotel, and I was good. And that I think the games like that where you can pause time and do things are like really. That's why I like park sims in general. Is you can pause, which I think is fun. But what about you? What do you find cozy?
I have. Growing up, I often would go to like a Sim City or something like that for a cozy game. I haven't really played those games in a while. There's like City Skylines now, but like Sim City hasn't really done anything of note since Sim City 2013, which as I understand, did not go very well. So it's been since like Sim City 4, so it's been like 20 years. But let's see. These days, like right before going to bed, like if I've been playing something else where like I've been playing Final Fantasy, I have to think a lot, and then like before bed, I want to like calm my brain before I go to sleep. I've been playing Tetris Effect Connected,
Ooh.
and like because like you use your brain for Tetris, but it's like such a different part of the brain that it doesn't feel it doesn't feel I don't feel like it uses up my spoons or my mana.
I have no
I
mana.
have no mana, freak. And the music is just great. I'm really excited for their next game that they're doing, which comes out like in a couple of days, I think. Luminous Arise is like Tetris
Yeah.
Effect, but for Luminous. Very excited for that. I love Luminous even more than I love Tetris, and so I'm excited to play that. But I did just finally finish the last level of Tetris Effect on normal mode, and I love the music in that level. And I've been trying to do it on expert mode, but it's really hard.
Oh, nice. Well, um, I'm going to read the next question because I'm curious what you're going to say about this. This is a really good question. So the second one we got here is what IP or umbrella IP like Disney mentioned above would lend itself to a cozy town game like Animal Crossing or Dreamlight Valley?
If it doesn't already exist, there should be a Pokemon cozy game where you just have a little park of Pokemon that you just sort of take care of. And
Aren't they making one?
Maybe.
Isn't that what they announced in Nintendo Switch 2 Direct? Didn't they? I'm pretty sure they just announced some sort of cozy game like that.
oh, really?
Yeah. So you're right on. You got your finger on the pulse of the industry, Tyler.
Or I would play a game that is like based on that. Did you watch Pokemon Concierge on Netflix?
No.
Oh my gosh, it's adorable. It is so fun. It's like the animation
Is it
style.
animated?
Yeah, it's like a stop motion sort of animated style. But they're like everything is like sort of like felt needlework. And it's
my
just really
gosh.
like just super low stakes problems, you know, that kind of stuff. And it's just like 6 episodes and they're like 15 minutes long. And I loved that show. But I would play a game based on that
this
show.
today. I might watch the whole thing today.
Yeah.
That sounds adorable.
It is. It's really adorable. I think there's a second season coming, or it might
episodes?
already be out.
New episodes just came out in September of 2025, but there are so far 8 episodes, 1 season.
Okay.
Is what it says. That's awesome though, dude. Oh man, I don't have Netflix, so no wonder I missed this.
Yeah.
That's cool though.
It's so good. Oh man, they just added. So it's part of the same season, but 2 years later they put in another 4 episodes. Okay, that's sounds like a second season to me, but all right.
Okay, I have some unconventional ideas for this though.
Okay.
For cozy games. Okay. Doom, and it's hell, but the demons are cute and adorable. What do you think? Like you make like a little Kako demon that's like little ball. It's just because when you think about it, some of the demons look naturally goofy.
Yeah.
And you could make them silly looking.
You
And
definitely
you
could.
do like a Doom cozy game.
Yes.
The other ones I thought of, I was trying to think of like really popular cozy games, and I was like, there's got to be something you could do with Halo. I don't know what it would be, or like like Master Chief just has a planet, and it's when he's not saving the galaxy, he just has his homestead on this random planet. I think that would be really funny.
Yeah. Or
Remember
just
when
like
there was
run
a
your
Doom-
own Halo ring. Yeah. It's like for the
Yeah.
Covenant. You're the boss
Oh,
of this
yeah.
Halo ring.
A Halo Ring simulator game?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be great. Also, like, remember when there was Animal Crossing and Doom 26 and Doom Eternal came out at the same time? So there was like the whole Doom Animal Crossing memes. Oh, I love that. That was a good time on the internet.
Yep.
It was a really good time. Those questions are really good, though. Really good mailbag questions today. If anyone wants to send us a question, You can join our Discord, like I said before, by clicking the link at codexpodcast.net, or you can email us at codexhistorypodcast@gmail.com. And we're just checking that all the time. So you can just check that out, right, Tyler?
Yeah, that's right.
Anything on your mind? You just want to get out right now?
Well, I want to know what you've been playing this week.
Oh, that's a good point. See, that's good. I almost forgot to do the segment. I've been playing just so much Jurassic World Evolution 3. I think I think I've unlocked the whole campaign. I'm just already going through and trying to get 5 stars on everything, and I'm really enjoying it. I've also been playing a lot of Battlefield 6 with my brother and friends, and that's a really, really fun time. Like I feel like Battlefield really, really nailed it again. They got the feeling like there was just goofy stuff. And also, I'm going to say it here, no shame. I've been playing it on casual mode. I don't even care.
What does that mean?
Have you learned about casual mode?
No.
Have you heard about this? So they have a breakthrough, which is their new mode where you like take territory and move through, kind of like Rush, but no bombs. You're just capturing points. And they have casual breakthrough. And this is still 64 players, but only 16 are real people, and the rest are bots. So it's like a little bit less crazy and a little bit less like campy and more objective focused, but like it's been really fun because like we're all kind of, I mean, I'm just going to say it, we're all old man gamers at this point, especially for first person shooters, and my buddy and I are like, we don't have all the guns unlocked. We're getting like wrecked in Conquest and stuff, so we're like, let's just play this breakthrough mode every once in a while just to like warm up and like get in the groove and then jump into Conquest or something later. And that's kind of been really fun to like just get in the groove of the whole thing. Or if you just want to unlock weapon upgrades or do silly bounties, like the casual mode's great for that too. So it's kind of what we've been doing.
That sounds fun.
Nice.
It's like Titanfall was kind of like that, where it was like,
Yeah.
there was like a lot of just bots running around that were sort of cannon fodder that you got some points for killing, but like you knew they were bots. Like the game wasn't trying to trick you.
Yeah, it's really funny too because in the casual mode you see people that go like 108 and 2, like 108 kills and 2 deaths because they get revived all the time. You know, it's really funny. And the bots will revive you, but they get kind of stuck. And it was really fun. There was a moment last night where this bot was just defibrillating nothing for like the whole match. We're like, how long is he gonna go for? Keep defibrillating the whole time. It was really, really funny. But yeah, I've been enjoying that and Jurassic World. That's kind of the 2 games I've been playing though. I haven't really gotten into some other stuff. There's always indie things that are like interesting me though right now. And that Fret one, what's it called?
Fretless, Wrath of Rifts.
Fretless. That's really, really, really getting me. I feel like it's kind of exciting. I never played the rhythm game that came out on Xbox. That was really good. They shadow dropped it on Game Pass. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
It was a rhythm RPG fighting game. Not a fighting game. Rhythm RPG game. What was it called? It's on Xbox Game Pass. Yeah, I mean, I can't remember the name of it right now. Are you looking it up?
Headbangers Rhythm Royale? No.
No. I'll look it up. What have you been playing this week?
Final Fantasy Tactics. When I get time to play games, that's what I'm playing. But it's been a pretty busy couple of weeks with work and stuff, and I don't always have the mana available, the spoons available at the end of the day to really play games. So I've been watching a lot of TV as well in that downtime because I don't have to do anything for that. I can just let Tony Soprano lull me to sleep, I guess.
The sultry sounds of the gabagool.
Sultry sounds of the gabagool. We did finish watching that though, so now we're.
Ooh, we'll talk about that after this. The game I was thinking of was Hi-Fi Rush, by the way.
Oh, that game. You made it sound like it was new. That game's like a few years old, right? I have played Hi-Fi Rush.
I have no sense of time, Tyler. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
As you get older, you forget what's new and old.
Yeah.
Okay?
Hi-Fi Rush was a little bit controversial because it came out, everybody loved it, but they shut down Tango Gameworks anyway. They're like, it's not enough to. It was like this. Oh, it's not enough to make a good game. You have to, and because there was like weirdness with it being on Game Pass, that like maybe it didn't make as much money because of that. Anyway, it was like this very like, oh, so even if you make a really good game that people love, you still are not safe from being laid off in this industry, which felt pretty bad.
Yeah, that was a rhythm game, right? It's got rhythm elements to it?
Yeah, it has rhythm elements to it. Yeah, if you like hit on beat, you like get bonuses and stuff.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, I missed out on that. But yeah, there's just a lot of cool games going on. But
Yeah.
I'm glad you're playing Final Fantasy Tactics, and I'm also glad you're enjoying yourself and watching TV. Sometimes you don't have the spoons.
Sometimes you don't have the spoons.
I've never heard that until today, and I'm so excited to use that in everyday conversation.
Yeah.
If someone asks me to do something, I'll be like, "Sir, I don't have the spoons. No
Yeah.
spoons around here." Well, is there anything you want to say to the listener before we go today?
Well, just thanks for listening to us. You know, we appreciate you being here and listening to us just sort of talk to each other about old video games.
Yeah. We want to say bye now?
Yeah.
You say bye.
Bye now.